They called them Grunts, the backbone of the U.S. Army and Marine Corps in Vietnam. Young men from every corner of America, drafted or enlisted, thrown into a strange, humid world halfway across the globe. They didn't plan strategy or politics. They just survived, one day, one patrol, one firefight at a time. This is their story. The sweat, the fear, the laughter, and the small comforts that kept them human, in a war few ever understood. Before the jungle came the drill field. Basic training stripped young men down and rebuilt them as soldiers. Fast, push-ups, rifles, gas chambers, and endless marching molded civilians into warriors.
They told us, "You're going to Vietnam." We didn't even know where it was on a map.
The average age of a U.S. combat soldier in Vietnam? Just 19. They learned to shoot, crawl, and obey orders, but nothing could prepare them for the heat, the smell, or the silence before contact. Vietnam hit like a wall, hot, wet, alive. The humidity clung to your skin. The air buzzed with insects and tension. New arrivals were quickly sent to their units, often in the Central Highlands, Mekong Delta, or near the DMZ. They were issued jungle boots, M16 rifles, and bug repellent, none of which worked quite as well as advertised.
You could smell the place before you even landed. Diesel, rot, rain, and fear.
The Grunts' life revolved around patrols, long, exhausting, nerve-wracking treks through thick jungle and rice paddies. They moved in silence. Every rustle could be a snake or an ambush. The enemy rarely showed themselves, and when they did, it was sudden and violent.
You didn't see them. You heard the shots, felt the dirt kick up beside you, and then it was chaos.
Each man carried up to 70 pounds. Rifle, ammo, grenades, sea rations, poncho, and water. The heat made everything heavier. The leeches and rain never stopped. But even in hell, humor survived. A bad joke, a cigarette, or a letter from home could turn the worst day around, at least for a while. Between patrols, there was camp life, days of boredom mixed with sudden chaos. Soldiers cleaned weapons, played cards, read magazines, and counted the days left on their short-timer calendars.
You'd go from drinking warm beer to taking cover from mortars in 30 seconds. That was Vietnam.
Mail call was sacred. Packages of cookies, candy, and letters from home were gold. A Hershey bar or comic book could lift morale better than any speech. And then there was entertainment, a reminder that the world back home still cared. Combat was fast, brutal, and unpredictable. In the jungle, the line between hunter and hunted vanished.
You'd think you were safe, then everything went to hell. You didn't even think about politics, just your buddies.
For the Grunts, loyalty wasn't to flag or policy, it was to the man next to you. Survival depended on trust, instinct, and sheer luck. They called it the suck, but it wasn't just misery, it was brotherhood. No one who lived it ever forgot it. After a year, if they made it, it was time to go home. But leaving Vietnam didn't mean the war was over.
One day you're in a jungle, the next, you're back in a supermarket. It didn't make sense.
Many veterans faced anger and confusion from a divided nation. They had fought, suffered, and bled, only to come home to silence. Over time, the nation learned to listen and to honor the Grunts who carried the war on their backs. Today, their stories still echo in their letters, their scars, and their memories. They were 19-year-olds who aged a lifetime in 12 months. They didn't ask for glory. They asked to come home and be remembered. They were the Grunts, the face of a war and the heart of a generation.